Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. I was a bit absorbed in that image of when you go in a garden and suddenly you are struck by a smell. And you may even recognize that smell. Oh, that's the smell of a jasmine. And it is like this, like that, and you compare with other smell, and then you can even say it's white color and all that. But the jasmine flower itself doesn't care. I mean, it's just his. So it's a bit like that with us. When we start to describe an experience, it means you project yourself already out of what you are. And then you say, yeah, it is so silent. Peace is there. Unconditional love. So there are descriptions because you are outside. Instead of just keeping quiet, and maybe we'll pour out peace and love and whatnot, silence, some aspect of it out. But you can't describe fully what is, what you really are. It's only projections, limited experiences. Let it be the experiences of infinity, eternity, and all that. So once you know this, you will naturally lose the need or the belief that you have to live all the time in a certain way, which looks more real. I have to be all the time unidentified. I have all the time to feel I am beingness, and so on. They are projections. So they will come and go. They will go on changing. They may repeat it themselves, but they will go on disappearing and reappearing. So if you put your trust, your absolutely trust, oh, it's like this, you are deluded, you delude yourself. And you will suffer because it will not always be like this in the appearance. Anyway, all those words are, you cannot help to express them maybe, but they are dangerous, like the word of presence. As soon as you say presence, then what? It means it has always to be present, and it's not. It's not. So this concept of presence actually becomes a concept. What you are shows up in so many different ways. That makes the creation. That makes it possible to experience it this way, that way, but they are experiences. Just to come back to a very simple sentence, you cannot figure it out. And why is it so essential for those who search what is? It is essential because once you are struck by the fact that nothing in this apparent world is more true than anything else about it, because everything is that, then it makes your search drop. And so the seeker doesn't exist anymore. And that's of a great relief. So, anybody wants to tell something? Just to speak a bit. It's very nice to be clear about this, that generally speaking, our experiences are of this material world, or emotive world, physical world. But it's only part of it's part of this mind, of this creation, which I call the mind. The mind has so many layers, so many levels, we can speak like that, of different nature. So once one gets religious or mystic or philosopher or whatever of this kind, which someone who has moment is less interested with what the world offers in general, it jumps into other realms. You see, it can be more intellectual realms, it can be mystical realms, which is the senses but put into some beyond. It can be spiritual, philosophical, and it will give the someone different experiences. very different experiences. He will get through those experiences new, different understandings of all what's going on and of himself. But all understandings, experiences, everything where we are thrown out, it's in the realm of the creation. It belongs to I, the I which arose, this I thought. That's how one is aware of what's going on, even if he says, I cannot describe it. So I is always there with something. That's how he lives, that's how he exists. So of course, in Satsang, it is said, whatever you can describe, it's not who you are. It is what you become. It's not who you are. So, hearing this, or you continue in description and you say, oh no, it's not who I am, who I am, who I am, or simply there can be a stop, and whatever is there, it's what I am. If you don't make it a something. That's why it can be so sudden. It is so sudden to see that, or to be struck by that. No, I don't remember why I spoke about all that. Yeah. Maybe you take the mic.
It is maybe related. I got a quote from Tiru this morning, from Ramnath. And actually, I thought it's a short quote. I'll read it.
Yeah,
and
please.
Yeah, I think it's from Ganga Mira because he's, I think so. It says, rest happens only when the jiva is gone and there is no more rebirth. Until then, transmugation, whatever we call it, transmigration. Until then, there is
transmigration,
So,
reborn.
of course, I didn't like this quote. and I think it raises two questions. First, is jiva still a state of mind or still a level in the mind?
Yes. It is,
is
because it is a parcel of yourself. Suddenly, you see the one who says, I am a soul. This is the thing, yeah. Jiva is a soul. Yeah. I had a question yesterday in the Zoom, French Zoom, about that. It is, as I said, those layers which are no more material, still in the mind, you see. You identify more as a soul rather than a body. It happens for a few, or at least some experiences are like this. Yes, and it looks more real.
So jiva, so there is no way to know this concept. I mean, we've been hearing it since many years that you are
transmigrating
until you get free, and then there's no more rebirth. There is really no way to know it.
We don't know. These are philosophies to give. Okay, it's a golden carrot.
Yes,
you know.
Totally.
It's a golden carrot.
So this is I'm going to erase it now.
It's anti-jest. But you see, all those philosophies, and Advaita can become a philosophy also. It is to remove, or No, it is to, not to remove, it is to try to explain the best what you can never catch. And it can help in the way of this journey of searching because it gives you another concept which is maybe more vast or whatever, you know. But they are all concepts. They are all concepts. And that's why when Papaji expressed which was not understood, and it cannot be an understanding, keep quiet. It is a pearl because it really means that. Keep quiet. Why do you go to any question? Why do you need any answer? Just keep quiet. You will never know. You'll never know. And as a friendship, let's say, as fun, we can exchange so many opinions and all that, but we have to know. It's just relative for now. I discovered that. I had this revelation. Okay, great, great. But that's it. It doesn't go beyond that, you know. You know the quotes we loved so much in the beginning of the third, like, you are not born. Everybody says, oh, wow, finally it's, you know, freed, freed. We don't know the extent of those words. Otherwise, maybe we would have stopped on the way. If you are not born, how can you still speak of migration and transmigration and all that? I mean, it's like you contradict all the time yourself. You pick up what you like, and then you pick up another thing you like, you have good understanding and all that, and then what? It becomes complicated philosophies that you can never attain because it's not, it has no substance. Yes.
This work?
It works.
Okay. No, it just reminded me with Papaji,
Ah.
when someone would have a glimpse or an experience or
Yeah.
whatever, he would always ask them to describe.
Yes.
Because he said, I still cannot describe, so maybe you can help me.
Yes. I know. I know. I know. But you know, you can't help to have the joy to try to tell it the best. And then,
Yeah,
of course, it also.
that's the fun part.
That's a fun part. And that we can share here and there. And also, you know, Papaji, it's a saying that had many effects. But one effect was also, if somebody could describe, then he could point out, oh, this is still a description. And that one may not have known, you know. So there are many, many effects. But you see, we understood he was helpless and there was some hope, but he was helpless forever. There is difficulty with the word self-knowledge. Because the mind hears it, and knowledge is what? It's something you can acquire. You can have some knowledge. But when it is said self-knowledge, actually it's no knowledge at all. It is what comes out if there is a demand about self. But then it's not knowledge. It's a pointer. It points. Don't take what is said for it. It points. To root out, if there is anything rooted, to root out what is too much. It's beautiful, isn't it, this word Advaita. So Advaita means not duality, not duality. So it points out, because whatever you can know and experience, it's always two, isn't it? I and the object of it. Two. And it is pointed out as no two. No two. Means it doesn't mean it brings you to some other realm. It means don't use your mind. Don't have a mind to see two. All is here. There is no prior or beyond.
Hi, Ganga. I struggle a little bit exactly with this, what you said. There is always like a pointer inside of me, but then there are already then two. So the I who sees this and this and this, and it remembers me a little bit to my mother, who always also pointed out this is wrong and this and this. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's not very happy.
Yeah.
Well, then try the other way.
Mm-hmm. Try the other way. Not with the father, no. No.
Don't go to any pointer.
Yeah.
Then?
Mm. Yeah, that's what you said before, I guess, I think. No, you said something before. I forgot it now.
Well, before, yeah, it's after, so I forgot also. There is no obligation also.
Mm.
So.
Yeah, there is no need for a pointer.
Depends. I needed pointers, but if you are so rebellious,
Yeah.
I was quite also, but
Yeah.
not that much.
No, yeah. Okay.
So, so try to do whatever you like. Try.
Mm.
Otherwise, what? You never do what you think is the best for you.
Mm.
Try. If you break your head, come back.
I'm already here. Break my head and all.
Yeah, but you are here rebellious.
Mhm.
Because, oh, it's like my mom, again, I will not follow that, and so on. So you boycott it from the beginning.
Mhm.
Why should I look like your mom? First of all, you have not to look to the finger.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Rebellious. Yeah, this rebellious.
The seeker can go, but not the rebellious one. I
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
It's good to rebel, because since we are born, we have heard so many things that we just open mouth, swallowed, and try to digest, and something are digested and something not, and so on. It's good to rebel. What does it mean, rebel? To question.
Yeah.
It's good to question. So question, sure. That is the point out, after all. Question whatever you believe.
Mm. Yeah.
It's not because you experience something that it's real.
Mm.
If it goes on changing, it's not called real.
Mm.
It happens to this body, it happens to this whatever layers are in you.
Yeah.
That's why this question, this amazing question, but who am I in reality? Because we are always busy to fix the I or to put
Yeah.
I somewhere in some experience which is more fitting or true or so on. But we never ask, but who am I? What is this I? Do you find anything?
No. Also, I find, yeah, yeah,
It's no or it's here.
yeah, yeah. I find that what is there.
And what is there?
In a way, it looks like, no, not in a way. It looks like what that's me, what I am. It looks what I am.
Then keep quiet. Where is the rebel there?
Yeah, yeah,
Then
there,
what?
yeah, but there is no rebel. No, there is.
Then don't speak of it.
Mm.
And the rest is your life, is your expression. Okay, if you are a rebel in the expression, it's okay. But it has nothing to do
Yeah.
with what you are.
Mm.
Then, then. I didn't say, oh, you are rebellious, so you have to become, I don't know, the opposite.
Mm.
I don't say that.
Mm.
I say, okay, you look like a rebel, okay, but who are you, in fact?
Not a rebel. Rebel
It's
in the
looking,
life,
it's
and yeah,
looking,
it's
it's
yeah,
looking
yeah,
like.
mm,
Okay, so don't confuse.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's confusion. Mm. Yeah, if I look to you, yeah, but yeah. Mm.
No, but?
Mm-hmm.
But is
Yeah.
someone who tells.
Yeah.
What but?
Mm.
And if someone tells about something, it will be about the life.
Mm-hmm.
Or, as we are all quite mad also, it's about that, but knowing very well that it is just a good dish.
Mm.
Don't confuse. Then
Thank you very much.
like I said the other day, the Sangha is like a zoo, you know. It is not said that you have all to be zebras or lions or ants or whatever. The zoo is the zoo. That's what we became by birth. But who am I? Who am I? That zebra will not become better. In other sanghas, maybe because there is a compulsion to look like more better and saintly. But here it's wild. Nobody touches, it just left on the spot wherever he has been identified. So that may continue or not, it's not in our hands. But at least I don't confuse myself anymore. To only be member of a zoo. Yes.
Hi, Ganga. So, um, uh, outside of this room, it's turbulent and my heart is contracted and whatever, life is a shit show. And then I come here and something happens and my mind doesn't work and I'm at peace and my heart feels like a flower. But it's a state of mind, obviously. And I don't think that I know the peace that isn't a state of mind.
You know, if you were not stuck by the word peace of mind, it's the real thing. Peace of mind is a consequence, and you take it for it. It's just a consequence. When you have a moment without being busy with your mind and with the owner of the mind, you may have an experience of peace of mind. So don't boycott it. That's why you come back. Not only for peace of mind. Because for some reason, Everybody is the self. Everybody is that. It's because we reduce that in turbulences and in peace of mind that we are in trouble only. Only. So, you have not lost yourself when you are in turbulences. The mind is lost in turbulences. But don't confuse. It's my mind. Of course, the human would prefer to be happy and peaceful. But as is in time, it will come and go. That's why there is a kind of urgency to know what's what. So there is nothing wrong to like to have peace of mind. I insist, mind. It's also the gift given by this creation. Generally, you need a bit more solitude, or a kind of place, a temple or a church or a satsang place to allow yourself to experience that. But know that what you are is not limited to those experiences. And that what you are is always with you. Always with you. If you have that, I don't know how to call it, let's say call it realization now, the dramatic life, the struggling life may still show up, but you don't nourish it. It's punctual. So if you are not sure that you know who you are, just know that the peace of mind is an expression of what you are. And now you stay alone with what you are. A second. A second, because the mind makes it immediately as something. But that is enough. That's everywhere. And when the struggles are too much, it's your freedom also to escape, to retreat wherever, whenever it shakes you. Not in anything. To retreat from anything. Because that you don't. Don't do it only in satsang. Anywhere. Anytime. Nobody will see. But you see, that has to be more precious to you than anything that this world can offer. Because you know, if you don't realize yourself, you are miserable. You are miserable. When you know yourself, you can be miserable in life, but you are not miserable. You know yourself. It's a funny language, but the world where I am in can wait. I can always, very freely, steal my timelessness. Don't do the contrary. Otherwise it is never coming. Sorry, I'm late. I was busy with myself. That's lovely, isn't it? So, yes.
What, you could hear it from there before I even said it?
I could hear.
You could hear the question in my mind before I even said it?
It's in, huh?
So the question, the idea comes, I know that I am the self,
Yeah,
or I don't know that I am the self.
okay.
And that's seen from the same place, from the same consciousness.
Yeah,
And then if I just let that question or that idea go, it's the same. I think I am the self, I don't know. They're both thoughts in the
Yeah.
same way.
yeah.
But there's still this expectation that there's this deep knowing that I am. Like when you say everyone is that, it seems like there's this way that you know that.
Yeah, I
That I
assume,
can't say.
because there is nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
I assume. If there is nobody there, then everybody is that.
Even when it's quiet for me, there's still somebody there, it seems.
Yeah, somebody. And why do you listen to that? It's a question of listening. If you don't listen, you know, it's like, I said it, I think, lately. Everybody is quite frustrated or not fulfilled because there is an absence. Oh, it's not the senses. Oh, no senses. It is not the concept. No concept. It's not the emotion. No concept. So there is a sense of absence. Oh, I don't feel I am myself. But it's the absence of the experiences of before. Doesn't mean that who you are is an absence. So if you remove the conclusions of the mind, you see, if you don't listen anymore for a moment to the mind, then what's left is as it has always been, but it looked veiled. But once you see that, even if it is veiled, you know very well in fact it's never veiled. When one speaks, then it will be the someone who speaks, you see, then we say things. So don't have expectation, because you are already that. You can experience all what your life has given you because of that. Now you ponder, you wonder. It's a wonder too much, because the mind will never figure it out. So of course you will not experience it as the senses experiences, as the emotions experiences, as, let it be, mystical, emotional, as concepts give you experiences, understandings, revelations. It will not be an experience like that. Doesn't mean it's not here.
There's a consistency when the mind is quiet. Then there's that which is still there, that sees all the thoughts, that sees all the emotions, that sees all the. But there's still not, like, I can't say that I know.
But
So
this,
that's what
you
I
know,
want,
this
is
is
to
still
know
somebody. That one who sees will die.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not awareness that you think.
Mm-hmm.
So don't confuse the witness, the aware one, off for that.
Yeah.
It will die.
Yeah,
So
that's been my
it's
sense,
of
like,
no use. Actually, this practice is of no use now.
Mm-hmm.
So there is somebody too much, obviously, but it's because you listen to it. If you don't listen to it, or if you listen, you know I listen to it, then you are never lost.
Listen to what?
To the guy, to I with the thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Liberation means you are liberated as you wish to listen or not, because you know what it is. If you listen, you are in the manifestation. If you don't listen, if you think that's it, you are in the manifestation. If you know it's also a state of mind, you are not in the manifestation. Don't expect to experience it. It's something else.
Yeah, I can't say that I know that at all.
That's why you ask. I agree. That's why you still ask. But then I tell you, there is still, you agree with that. There is somebody too much, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you listen to it. Otherwise, this somebody too much, it will always appear in this life. But you don't need, or you know, or now I listen to it or not. But to realize what's there always, don't listen. Give you a moment. Don't make it a state. It's impossible. Give you a moment of, but for that you have to use your guts. Not to listen to it, even if it is the most essential, beautiful, sublime ever something which comes out. Where are you now? In trying to understand or to...
I know that I can't understand.
Yeah, you know it, but then you make it a platform. I don't understand. You cannot understand because you are it. And to swallow that you are it, you have to leave the platform, I don't understand. You are it. Don't care if you understand or not. Don't care about anything. Don't care if you don't feel it or not. You are it. Enough of experiences. You will get them back. If your body doesn't die, doesn't matter, you will get them. But you will not confuse who I am with what flourishes in this manifestation. Let the search vanish, and the seeker, and the knower, and the finder. Thank you.